They will fear the wild.
Alright, what is up? What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chumbles, and I'm back, and this time I'm going to be going over trap placements. So this is going to be a very quick video, but I thought it would be important for you guys to know where to place your traps. So to start off, where I like to try and place them is one right here. This is what I'll do top lane when lane starts, because in my opinion traps are the best level 1. So what I like to do is have a little bit of like a box action here, or I'll even put 2 down here if I know it's a champion that will probably not be able to face me and wouldn't run upwards. But if it is a champion like Urgot, for example, or Darius, who has to run to me to actually get onto me, then I will place one here. But again, if not, I'll place like another here, or I can even put another one like right here, just because it's better to have them all down than to not have them down. So that's kind of the trap placement for early lane. After that, you just want to scatter them basically where you notice people are walking a lot. So it's not as dependent as like, or it's not as linear, I guess, to always place it in a specific spot every single game, because not everybody's going to walk in the exact same pattern. So figure out the pattern that you see people playing, but for the most part, just put them towards the sides, like up here. You can put some like right here. You just don't want to be in vision of the tower here. So I think the vision goes like this about. So you should be fine to place them right about here. And again, you can place them like right before the brush if you like. I kind of like that because it's not really like there's no, I guess, reasoning, but I think for the most part people, when they click into the bush, like they're clicking right near the edges, so it is kind of just better in my opinion to place them where you think, like, if you're gonna walk there, then there's a good chance that the enemy's gonna walk there. It's kind of the mindset you have to go with this. And then also during lane, if I am worried about ganks, I'll place one like right here and one right here. So for this reasoning, it's because it is a little harder, like for most pathing, for the jungler just to be like, alright, I'm gonna hug this wall the whole way, right? Like for the most part, people are just gonna be like, alright, ganking, going in, boom, come up, right? So you could even push them over a little bit more, like you could have it so that these two are like that. But I like to have a little bit of space because the spacing between characters, like, it's very thin, and Nidalee has a smaller radius than most champions, so you have to also keep that in mind. So if I was an enemy, I'd probably hit one of these just walking by right now. So, you know, it's really good. You'll see a lot of gameplays where I'll place like a trap, 2 traps here, and it'll literally result in a double kill because of that trap. So now for the mid lane here. Mid lane, pretty simple, kind of standard. I like to just place them on the sides right here, and in mid lane it's actually very OP because this cuts down, like, even if they know you put them there, it cuts down the lane to right here. So it actually makes it really easy for you to just chuck spears, because if they run this way, then you have an automatic jump onto them, and because you're full AP, you actually do a lot of damage. So in my opinion, the mid lane is actually like the best for the traps because of how much it cuts the lane down. And other than that, pretty standard. Like the trap, again, kind of just place wherever you think they're going to be. But in my opinion, if you don't know, just place them like this, especially starting off if you're going to start with W in the mid lane. And bot lane, I'm not even going to bother going over, but when you are playing Nidalee in the jungle, I like to place a trap down and then spear. The reason is because it pulls the chickens or whatever camp you're doing, and you just get that guaranteed passive off. And when you have it placed down, like you saw me do there, what happens is your spear will go off, but your trap has like a time on it between when you drop it and when it actually procs. So I can drop it like this and then hit chickens, and then I have another jump to the bigger chicken, whatever whatever it'd be called. So that's kind of just like a little bit of a tip thing, but you obviously don't need to do that. Like, you can start off W, Q, and then trap like that. So it's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. In the jungle, the trap placement isn't like crazy insane, but if I am, let's say, on the other team's side, and I'm going to counter invade or counter jungle. So what I'll do is, say I'm in this bush, and I don't have trinkets. What I'll do is I'll put my trap like right here. That way it's like just outside the bush. Gives me more space, because most of the time you're not going to hug the wall like I mentioned. So the champion will come through here, and once I see the champ, I'm either going to throw the spear right at it if I know that he's walking onto this trap. If not, then I can throw my spear here, and it'll force the champion to walk this way rather than walk this way, unless they want to eat a spear, which, you know, it's like pick your poison kind of thing. So that's a pretty helpful tip in my opinion, and you can actually do it in lane. I do it a lot in lane actually. Like for example, I'll place trap and then I'll throw a spear like that. So I'll do that exact action like a bunch, because it forces champs and like the other players to play to a specific side, and you can kind of like pick the side that they have to walk through. It's kind of like a Nivea wall in a way, where you'll W the person and it'll push the character. Obviously it's not like the same, but just generally the idea behind it. It'll push the character to the specific side that you want, and you can throw all of your abilities onto that one spot, because you know the champion is going to be pathing that way unless they flash or whatever. So hopefully this has been helpful to you guys. Honestly, the trap placement's not like crazy in depth like I mentioned at the very beginning. It is important. Like, I think the placement of just having them and remembering that you have the traps, because it's really easy to forget that you have an ability like this. And I guess I can go over like the placements of the entranceways. So same idea, just kind of knowing where champions will more than likely path. So placing one right in the middle is pretty safe bet. Also placing one right here is pretty good. Actually like that, because you want to catch the bush. And the reason is because a lot of people, when they're pathing down this specific one, they're not going to go all the way around, not look at the bush. You want to look at the bush, right? Because you're going to be like, oh, is there a pink ward or whatever? So not the guy, by the way, not the Shingo player. Although if pink ward was in this bush, I'd probably shit myself and I'd be like, I'm not playing League anymore, because that's weird. So yeah, having it like right outside the bush, having it like half basically like that is super ideal, because again, they're going to walk through, they have to hit it, and it also creates space outside of the bush, which means if they just like skimmed by, they'd still hit it. But that is basically everything. You can layer traps like that, which again is very helpful, very good, because now you 100% cut off the pathing of this area. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, it's not too crazy of detail, like it's not like, oh, my mechanics or whatever. It's more or less just common sense and general gameplay knowledge. So hopefully you guys can use this and bring this into your own games and gameplay. If this was helpful at all, please make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. If you are new, the giveaway will be ending tomorrow for the Nidalee skins, so you don't want to miss out. And hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey, you let the talk, I don't talk, I get it. Yeah, you know I'm about it. If it kill me, I'ma let it. Run into the bag like I'm so athletic. I've been up since 6, making hits like tennis. I've been on fire, I just need my credit. Wanna go far, need to change my settings. Reaching for the stars so my feet touch heaven. Haven't had first, bitch, already want seconds. Wanna be on top, popping off like a fofo. Life been going fast, I've been trying not to go slow. I just hit the gas, now I'm faded, going slow-mo. You think you gon' pass, but you tripping, that's a no-go.